On August 17, 1937, the home of Bishop Peter Herbert and Mrs. Doreen Patton on New Providence Island in the Bahamas welcomed a set of twins. The baby delivered first was a boy, who was given the name Alfred Emerson. The second child, a girl, was given the name Dorothy Eileen. The Patton family at that time resided in the countryside area known as Englishton.
Emerson was the only boy living among 5 sisters in the household. Situated in an area with few neighbors and dirt roads, the family property consisted of many fruit trees. They grew their own vegetables. Family pets included a horse, rabbits, goats, and chickens. The family would later relocate to Wolf Road. Emerson attended the local schools. Every day he would ride a bike or walk to school.
After high school, he attended training school at British Motor Corporation in Jamaica. He studied automotive, mechanics, and machinery. Upon his return to Nassau, he worked in ramp service as an airplane mechanic for Pan Am Airlines.
As a young man, he traveled to the United States to visit his grandfather, Bishop Alfred Minus. Bishop Minus was pastor of the Port Salerno Church of God. On one of his visits, he met Margaret Anderson. After a beautiful correspondence courtship, the two were married. For a brief period of time, the couple resided in Nassau. Upon the death of her father-in-law, Margaret returned to Port Salerno while Emerson remained in Nassau.
With a $17 one-way ticket purchased from Mackey Airlines, Emerson arrived in Florida on January 31st, 1960, to reunite with Margaret. With his wife expecting their first child, Emerson knew the importance of finding employment. Who would imagine that his first dollar earned in his new homeland would be on a Sunday packing and cleaning fish at a local fish house?
Realizing the need for more income to sustain his family, Emerson set out one day, walking uptown in search of better employment. On his journey, he was joined by Johnny Woodard and his wife's Uncle Bud Porter, also seeking employment. Upon their arrival at the Coconut Bar, his job-seeking companions announced this was as far as they were going. While his companions remained at the Coconut Bar, Emerson continued on his quest all alone.
A few miles up the road, he stopped at Dickerson Incorporated to inquire about possible employment. After talking with the boss, who was convinced of Emerson's talents, the boss told Pappy, the truck driver for the company, to take the young man back home to retrieve his toolbox and report to work immediately.
That day was the start of a career that would last 50 years and 9 months. His first weekly paycheck was $52, which in those days amounted to $1.10 per hour. He rose through the ranks from shop mechanic to inventory control and purchasing supervisor.
His union of 58 years with Margaret has produced a daughter, Constance Doreen, and a son, Mark Anthony. He is the proud grandfather of Willie III, Mark II, Devin, Morgan, and Madison.
His many faceted experiences have given him the opportunity to serve in the lifetime of the opportunity in the following church and community venues: Sunday school teacher, youth pastor, deacon, trustee, worship leader, song leader, moderator, prayer leader, musician, choir member, graduate of Florida Bible Institute and Ministerial Internship Program, ordained minister, and member, Concerned Citizens of New Monrovia Financial Advisory Board and Martin County Sheriff's Office.
In his spare time, he enjoys tending to the plants and fruit trees, fishing, and spending time with his grandchildren.
What about time with his children?
Don't you know he likes the grandchildren better?
Emerson believes in the worth and dignity of man. He listens, helps, and reaches out to others enthusiastically. But of all the things he does and cherishes is working in his church, where he is a faithful, humble, and committed servant of God.
Today we honor and send birthday wishes to Alfred Emerson Patton, the husband, father, grandfather, brother, and friend.